Hello everyone. Very good afternoon. Welcome to today's session. So the agenda of this session is to somewhere make you understand that what is the importance of having of solving questions. I think there could not have been a better time. You understand that what is the importance of. So I hope you people are solving XAT questions. You people are solving questions of other management entrance test. Please keep doing so. For any questions, please ask me here, or please join the Telegram group given below in the description, and please ask questions there. Please post questions there. We'll try our best, and we'd love if you ask questions. My name is Anupam. Please download and install Unacademy App. Go to +cat and subscribe. So my point is that if you're writing CAT next year, and if you're not writing it this year, and if you haven't written it this year, please subscribe to the 24-month plan, EMI of which will come down to 788 rupees a month. Okay, which is extremely less compared to the kind of number of classes, the number of courses, special courses and quizzes and mock test, topic wise and sectional test which you're offering to you. Okay, this kind of arrangement can only happen here in online space. If in offline space, I don't think this kind of pricing with the kind of resources and with maintaining the quality, this all can be achieved. Okay, please use the code Saxena Live to get 10% discount. All right, so please use the code Saxena Live to get 10% discount. This is what you should be looking at. And I think more importantly, like it matters that you solve as many questions as possible before you write XAT again. Keep solving a few questions of all kind every day, and keep analyzing a mistake. So if you are a regular visitor, you know how can you keep a track of a mistake. You just make a chart, the kind of problems you are facing, the kind of question it was, what lesson you learned from the mistake, and third column, what modification are you going to do in your preparation henceforth. This is the idea. Let's go and solve some questions. Read the sentences, choose the option that best arranges them in a logical order. This is a good question, and I like this question. It says that all it has to do is to drive up the inflation rate. Examples are damage Lyndon Johnson's inflationary policies did to the US economy, and the damage which consistently pro-inflationary policies have done to the economy of Italy. So we get to know that there's some damage which has happened because of inflation, or the policies which supported inflation, which is a price rise. And they get giving examples of US and of Italy. It is easy, the record shows, for a government to do harm to its economy. So it is easy, the record shows, for a government to do harm to its economy. That means what harm has to be done. Two says doing harm is easy, and one tells you how can you do it, just by just to bring in inflationary policy is just to drive up the inflation rate. So 2 and 1 are a pair, 2 and 1 have to become together. How many options are here which have 2, 1 together as a pair? Okay, if we get to know, we will be able to at least eliminate some of the options here. Okay, so 2, 1 is a pair here in A also. 2, 1 is a pair in B also. 2, 1 is a pair in D also. 2, 1 is a pair in E also. It's a very common pair. They have sort of made it very clear that yeah, 2, 1 is a pair. So, but at least we got one option. We understood ki at least C is not the option that we sort of understood here. Okay, so at least we eliminated 20% of our difficulty by reading 2 lines, right? By reading 40% of the question, we eliminated 20% of the problem here by eliminating one question. So this is how you to do it. Okay. Now, contrary to what economists confidently promised 40 years ago, business cycles have not been abolished. So contrary to what economists confidently promised 40 years ago, the business cycles have not been abolished. So they're talking about that business cycles have not been abolished, which was promised by economists. 4 comes and says that they still operate pretty much the way they have been operating for last 50 years. Which are they? They refers to the business cycles. That means 3 and 4 is again a confirmed pair. Now 3 and 4 are a confirmed pair in which all sentences. So we get to see that 3, 4 are a pair in AB, also, and they are pair in DE also. Sorry, DE also they are paired. So in all the 4 options which we are left, there is no clear-cut indication that we know of how we should arrange them. Okay. But next time will give you help here. I think if you have understood it properly, it will give you a little bit of help here. Okay. Okay. No. I'm sorry. I'm wrong here. Sorry. In B was 3, 5 and not 3, 4. Sorry, B was 3, 5. So B is again eliminated. My bad. So now we have A, D, E only as the leftover options. So we, after reading, we can say 60% of the question we have eliminated 40% of problem. We now we only have 3 options left. Okay. So now read 5. 5 says, but there is not a slightest evidence that government policy to stimulate economy has impact, whether that policy be Keynesian, monetarist, supply side, or neoclassical. So 5th says that there is no evidence as to whether any government policy has evidence that any government policy has ever made an impact, has ever made the economy run better, impact on that side. That has never happened. Okay, whether and be it any kind of a policy. Now, one point you tell me, when they are talking about that in 2 and 1, they were talking about that we for sure know how to destroy an economy, how to harm it. 2 says how we know, is 1 says how you can do that. Okay, don't you think that immediately after it 5 should come? Because it says no, but there is no slightest evidence that any government policy is to stimulate the economy has impact. So 215 is a clear-cut pair here. Is a clear-cut. It is a clear-cut line here. In what they have done in A, they have placed 5 at the very last, right? But if you see, and why it should come after 1 5, because only in 3 they are saying, contrary to what economists confidently promised 40 years ago, the business cycles have not been abolished. And before that, but there is no slightest evidence that any government policy to stimulate economy has impact, whether that policy is Keynesian, monetarist, supply side, or neoclassical. Okay. 4, it says they operate pretty much the way they have been operating for past 150 years. So in this way, E is a right option. One more option, which was D. What it again did, D also placed 5 after 4, right? 5 after 4 has no meaning after 3 or 4 saying 5, because 3 and 4 made the point which should have come after 5. That 5 says that there is no evidence that any government policy has ever worked. Okay, and then 3 and 4 says that contrary to what the economists promised many years ago, the business cycles have not been abolished. They still operate the way they have been operating for past 150 years. So E is the right answer here. #51. Not wanting to present an unwarranted optimistic picture in the board meeting, the CEO estimated the sales growth dash. The option that will fill the blank in the above sentences would be option that will best fill the blank in the above sentences would be, okay. Strictly no, liberally no, fancifully no, pessimistically no, conservatively. So when you say conservatively, you are being a little modest about it. You are being modest about it. You are not talking. You're not making tall claims, because you don't want to cut a sorry figure cut a sorry face after the actual year goes by, or the sales growth happens. So some leaders, they have this habit that they don't make tall claims, That is how it is. Read the following passage and provide appropriate answers for questions 52 to 55. The idea of demarcating certain areas within the country as special economic zones to promote investment and growth is not new. A large country unable to provide the kind of facilities and environment that can attract foreign investment through country often finds it feasible and attractive to carve up some its areas where such facilities can be provided. The laws and procedures for setting up new industries are waived to make area business friendly with developed infrastructure and a one-window interaction with government. In addition, huge tax benefits are promised to lure in investors. China's experience shows that if chalked out and implemented with care, such a policy can accelerate the flow of capital and technology from abroad and thereby speed up growth. However, SEZs may not be the best option in all situations to clear the bottleneck in growth. Says that, however, SEZ may not be the best option, Okay. India's experience with, so this paragraph was talking about what? It was talking about that that the Chinese, the experience of Chinese, it shows that laws that in a large country, it's complex, promoting carving out or creating some special economic zones, okay, where it is little business friendly, or it is they waive off certain laws, certain procedures are waived off to make area business friendly and develop infrastructure in one window in interaction with the government. This was done to promote growth, to promote in investment and to attract foreign investment. Now, Chinese experience shows that it can work out if it is implemented with care. However, SEZ may not be the best option in all situations to clear the bottleneck in growth. India's experience with export processing zones bears this out. They failed in India for the simple reason that the factors that made SEZ successful in China have been absent here. So it says that what has worked for China might not work for India. In India, as in China, EPZs were thought of as a way of providing an escape route from stranglehold of control that prevailed over Indian economy. But even while promising to ease the rigors of control, Indian policymakers could not give up their penchant for their affection or their hobby or likeliness towards something. They like doing something for micromanaging from center and undoing the promised relaxations with all kind of qualifications and guidelines. They saying that things which worked out in China, those things are not happening here in India. Okay. Over last 2 decades, India has evolved into a market economy, and much of government control has disappeared. But the flow of foreign direct investment has not reached anywhere near the levels of China. Besides, infrastructure building has fallen far short of what it is required. Okay, what they're saying that our foreign direct investment has not reached the level which it should have been. The infrastructure building is fallen short even after 3 years of the enactment of the Electricity Act. Private investment in electricity generation is still a trickle, with states refusing to give up the monopoly of their electricity boards in the matter of purchase of the power generated. So they are saying ki they are saying ki I mean the kind of effect which it should have made, it has not made when it comes to the foreign direct investment, when it comes to the enactment of the Electricity Act, and infrastructure building has also not reached the place we were looking at. While swearing by the growth, government at both centers and state side the physical responsibilities laws to plead their helplessness in making the required investments into improve infrastructure. Okay, so say while so they are saying that there are certain laws by which, so basically it is, this paragraph is talking about what have been the various shortcomings or what kind of goals which we should have achieved we have not been able to achieve, and in a reason why also, that why they've not been able to achieve, that they've also mentioned here the reasons. Given this situation, SEZs have apparently been thought of as a simple way out. In this enthusiasm for SEZs, the Commerce Ministry forgot two critical lessons of Chinese experience: that an SEZ must be of adequate size to provide opportunities for reaping the benefit of large-scale operations, and the number should be few. They saying they should be large enough and should be few. Every industry or economic activity worth its name is now seeking SEZ status. Proposals are now being floated to invite foreign education institutions to come to India with promises of SEZ treatment. And there's an exclamation mark there. The Finance Ministry apprehends a loss of nearly 1,75,000 crore in direct taxes, custom duties, and excise duties over the next 5 years. They're saying that Finance Ministry apprehends a loss of around 1,75,000 crores in direct taxes, custom duties, and excise duties over the next 5 years. So Friso says, the objective of the author in writing the above passage seems to be highlight the failure of Indian policymakers regarding EPZ. Kuch it's correct, right? Pros and cons of SEZ, no. Compare between India's EPZ and Chinese SEZ, no. Oppose the proliferation of SEZs in India, no. Argue that India should imitate Chinese policies regarding SEZs, no. So it's the first one, because it is the policy failure which he was mainly talking about in last paragraph, second last paragraph, and even the second, the second, third, and fourth paragraph. On the three paragraphs, he's talking about the problems in the Indian policymakers. Author's argument suggests the following conclusion, except arguments such as except what all, except what. Okay, let's start from E. Suggest what has not been suggested or what is contrary to what has been suggested. Basically, Government of India must limit the number of SEZs. This was suggested. SEZ cause loss of tax revenue to the central government. This is also true. Fiscal responsibility laws actually limit the investment on infrastructure by Government of India. This was also said. B, SEZ must be large enough to house large scale operations. SEZ may be best option for countries maybe unable to provide infrastructure and business environment to attract fund. So he never said that this is a best option. He never said. In fact, he said here, SEC may not be the best option in all situations to clear bottlenecks in growth. And India's experience with export processing units, export processing zones, bears this out. Author does not oppose. Treatment does not oppose. SEC treatment of foreign education institutions. He opposes this. SEC qualifies undoing relaxation of government controls. He opposes them. Tax benefits to is strategically promote SEC. This he did not oppose. Monopoly of state electricity board to boards in power purchase. This he did not like. Lack of government initiative in infrastructure development. This also he did not like. So only thing is tax benefits to is strategically promote SEZ. This was in terms of the he never opposed. He said that there is a loss. So certain tax benefits have to be given, but it should be done in a way it benefits. C is the right answer. The passage was written most likely in the year, which year? That I think somewhere a year was mentioned. So okay, it says even after 3 years of enactment of Electricity Act 2003. The answer is 2006. Right. All right, folks. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll solve some more questions. So we have amazing special classes and quizzes which you can make use of. Special classes are free. They are recorded. So if you cannot see them live, you can watch them recorded. They happen live for the first time, but then you can see the recorded version. There are quizzes for which we don't charge for special classes and quizzes. And like I take a lot of classes on special platform. You can come there. And apart from that, there are quizzes which are free. Also, we have a lot of like plus courses are amazing. The classes are live. You can interact with the educator. There is a leaderboard, test series. There are hundreds and hundreds of questions, and there are live doubt clearing sessions also. Every fourth class is a live doubt clearing sessions. Please use the code Saxena Live to get 10% discount. Thank you very much.